Hey guys, this is Music Maker. I'm going to continue a little too late on my sort of series, if you will, on my new N-scale layout. So let's take a look at how far it's gotten. Starting here, we have the yard. It contains 4 tracks. I'd say it could hold about 6 cars reasonably for each track in the middle. And then the 2 outer tracks, maybe 5 cars. Standard, like 50-foot boxcars or something. That's 4 switches for the yard. It splits up evenly. Then the last switch goes into our engine yard over here. And I have, let's see, so this engine is a dummy. The light in there comes up from below. This engine is a dummy. The light in there also comes up from below. That's a dummy. It's broken. That's a dummy. Never even worked. There's a caboose. This is my engine. That it's a ST70 Mac. It uses an MRC sound decoder. For its Kato made, so it uses the MRC ST70 Mac AC 4400 decoder with sound. And funny story about that, I returned it over the summer, and I had to sort of pester them for, I think it ended up being about 4 months until they actually sent me a replacement decoder. So there's a good story about MRC customer service and how wonderful it is. This is a lifelike GP38-2. I gave it a little bit of a different paint scheme, as you can see. This, that fan there has been painted black. 2 exhaust pipes have been painted silverish black. I painted some of the handrails silver. Way in close here you can see the chain is silver. The steps are black. The top of the cab is black, top of the hood is black. Same kind of other modifications here on the front. We have our yard office here. It's actually a piece of the Walthers, Walthers and Sons Lumber Company. That kit. It's the office for it, but I decided I wanted a yard office, so that's what I did. This light, not functional yet, but it's gonna be. Alright, so that's our yard. Let's move on down the line here. Alright, so coming out of the end of the yard, we go into some black ballast here. So that's actually like black with a mix of gray limestone. By the way, all of my switches, except for this guy right here, who is really in terrible shape, as you can see. Let's try to get a better focus on it. There we go. This guy's in terrible shape. That's actually hot glue holding that left rail together. The left rail has actually been shortened. I'm not really planning on replacing the switch unless anything devastating happens to it. So we use the microtrains above tie uncouplers. I find that they're far more effective than the under the tie uncouplers. Plus I already ballasted, and I really wasn't interested in ripping all that up. Same thing for over here on all 4 tracks. We have the uncouplers. Alright, so moving on down this line, we come onto the main line here. By the way, all the switches I'll use on this layout are the exact same number, or radius if you will. I believe it's 6, either 6 or 7 or something like that. I'm using code 55 track, so I don't know, it's just a fun fact there. Here's one of the sections that isn't ballasted. I'm planning on turning this into an intermodal yard, or an intermodal interchange station. There's my Bachmann GE 44 tonner. It's pretty good. Okay, moving down this. Here's another uncoupler. Alright, there's another uncoupler, another one over there. Here's, oh sorry, Walton and Sons, not Walthers and Sons. I got some nice little decals. Whoa, whoa. I'm obviously not done with this section. Then I have the Eastern Chemical Co. Pretty sweet. Here's a fence. This is kind of a cool fence. It's obviously not to scale. I went to Home Depot and I got this, you know that stuff that you use to patch up a wall? Metal wire, sort of chicken wire, but very small. That, if you cut it into the right size, can get the job done for a convincing fence. So that's that. On another side note here, I've added a couple little buttons. Eastern Chemical Co. Now, if you press it, let me demonstrate what happens. Just hold on one moment. Alright, I'm gonna press the button now. So it turns a light on inside that building. Moving on to the lumber company, Walton and Sons. And then moving all the way over, I'm doing this backwards, to the yard office. Whoa. Right, yard office. Yeah, so I've put little labels on there. Hold on. I've put little labels near each one. Here's the yard office. Over here, Walton and Sons Lumber. And then over here, Eastern Chemical Company. Sort of jumping around here. In the far left corner of the layout, well, depending on how you look at it, but near the yard, here is some water stuff. I can't remember what it's Woodland Scenics Realistic Water, I believe, or Easy Water. It comes in a bunch of little beads in a bag, and it actually works really well in small quantities. The larger quantities you really have to work with here. You can see it didn't turn out wonderfully, but from a distance it's a little convincing, you know, sort of a lake. And to do that, you're really going to want to get one of these. If you can see, that's a heat gun. You should really get a heat gun if you're going to work with this. Although an old soldering gun might work as well.